while this is going on, I'm letting her know, like, I've sent Mr. Bennett for help. Someone should be on the way, hopefully.
I'm gonna fill her with confidence.
Hopefully, maybe.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Could I add to that to help, since I'm just standing there at the moment? Can I join in?
Go on then, I'll let you roll. I'll let Georgiana roll another D10 for the bonus dice.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so yeah, you stabilize. You manage to staunch the bleeding, maybe tearing up the rest of a dress, wrapping it around, binding the wounds. Yeah, using your glove to stuff inside the wounds. You get, so Emma, you get a 1 hit point back, and you are no longer dying.
Don't look outside.
But horribly disfigured.
Not for the wedding.
Oh no.
It's okay, he'll love me for my personality.
Well, it's underneath the dress.
Yeah, he didn't mind the eye patch. It'll be fine.
I'll find out after you're married. It's consummate the wedding is like,
Yep.
oh, well.
Oh, what's that? Oh, it was just the time I met an eldritch horror. Don't worry about it.
And he's like, calling the mental hospital.
Glad that
My
we can have
life
this
is insane.
annulled.
Oh, there's a vacuum. Where are we going? Who is this man? Why they tie me up? Where am I going? Are you coming, Aspen? Where are you going?
You still have the just married on the van taking her away.
Okay, so Mr. Bennett, you run out of the long corridor. Where are you going?
I would assume that. I don't know. Do I know where people would be? Like, are they hanging out in the parlor or like?
Give us
are
a
there
look
people in the
roll. Give us a look
kitchen?
roll. Give us a look roll.
Okay. Look. No. I'm just running around like a headless chicken.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of just in a panic. You can't just run out of the long corridor into the main hall and out the main door. Just,
You're drenched in blood, by the way.
yeah, covered in blood, leaving
Oh
like
my
bloody
God.
footprints and smears along the floor and the walls.
I think I'm just going to do like a perimeter of the manor and see if I can see anyone in the
Perimeter scream.
gardens. Yeah. Help! We need a medic! No.
Okay. Okay. So while Mr. Bennett is running, covered in
Doing
blood,
his best.
running, screaming around the exterior of Northlake Hall, one of the servants from the servant corridor next door, just a few feet away, alerted by the noise, by the shouting and screaming, comes in and just like, oh my god! Okay. I'll get Sir James. He turns and runs out the room like shouting.
If only I'd have looked next door.
Right. So, I think, so in the next, in the chaos that follows, so Northlake manages to is alerted, and a coach, as quickly as possible, a coach is brought around the front, and Emma's unconscious body is carried out and put into the coach, which rushes down into down to Tarryford, to the doctor's house.
Awesome.
Dr. Parsons, indeed.
Oh, I
Thank you for
don't trust
remembering
him after that.
to Dr. Parsons' house. I presume is Georgiana going with Emma?
Yep.
Okay. What about Miss Radcliffe and Mr. Bennett?
I feel like if they'd let me go with them both, I'd want to go with after everything. I'd be like, no splitting up. No, not being alone again.
I think.
You though.
Yeah, I think if you want to do that, I think you need to make a fast talk roll because the James is just like just beside himself, just like half panicked, half angry, trying to find out what has happened.
Destroyed half his house.
This is slightly worse than the glass cabinet that we broke.
It's just a little portal to a different dimension.
We opened the
Means-
portal.
Don't have to pay the Reverend back anymore.
You don't have to buy his roof. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so the James insists, he stops you from leaving, and insists you tell him, explain what the hell has happened. Probably Mr. Bennett is brought back into the house after he's been found wandering the grounds.
In the bushes. Hello, anyone? Yeah, I'll probably stick around and try and explain what's going on as well. Try.
Okay.
I think if it was within my power, I would not be letting you leave. I'm like, if you go, they're locking me up for whatever I say. I need you to stay and corroborate what's happened.
So what are you telling him?
Is the portal still open?
Yeah. Just
Look at it.
just on either side of the
What's going on?
portal like this.
This is what's going on.
If you don't believe us, go and look. Put your head in it.
Yeah, so
It'll
what,
be fine, I promise.
So what are you going to say to him then?
Is the portal still there?
It was open when you left the last time you saw it. Yes.
Oh god.
I'm going to confidently stride back into that long corridor and be like, look, there's a very simple explanation for this. There's this portal in the wall, you see. And we sort of go and investigate because, strange thing, portal in the wall. Don't usually see that anymore. 3 people fell in. Monsters, no heads, very hairy, and I'm just walking into this corridor while spewing the entire story.
Okay, give
Hoping
me
that it's still there.
give me fast talk roll. Or persuade. Fast talk or persuade.
It's my persuade. Could I swap that for persuade?
Yeah, why not? Why not? I'll let you swap it for persuade.
Do I re-roll or do I go with the 48?
Oh, I know. Shall we? I'll let you go with the 48. I did say you could use persuade after you'd started rolling.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you use the 48 for the persuade.
I'm gonna need to spend 8 luck.
Okay, so you can manually deduct 8 luck then, if you like.
Yes, please. I'm at 45 on my luck.
Okay.
No.
So James, there's probably other family members, Elizabeth, including Elizabeth, looking on as you tell this unbelievable story. But you say it with such conviction. I mean, the state of you as well. They're both, particularly Mr. Bennett, is covered with blood, and the state that Emma was in, and so as disbelieving, as incredible as this story is, they follow you through, or Sir James at least, maybe accompanied by the head butler Frederic. They follow you through to the long corridor. I mean, at first they don't. All they see is the blood on the floor. It's not until they walk to the far end of the corridor, where opposite with the light, this light flashing, that light reflecting on the wall, and they peer through these gaps. The colour just drains from their faces, and I'm going to have to make banter.
Do they fall in?
Pass out.
Both of them just head first.
But again,
What?
get the rope.
Like, you know what? No.
That's the Reverend, and it's just the top half of the Reverend.
It's a tough.
He's waving to us.
So Frederic has failed his sanity roll. Okay. 6 for these. Okay. So yeah, so Frederic, the head butler, just kind of like his hand to his mouth, the colour drains from his face, and he kind of staggers back. When he says he staggers back towards the wall, he slips on the slick, blood-covered floor and like falls over and hits the floor hard. The Northlake, on the other hand, let's see.
Ooh.
He's made of much sterner
He's the
stuff.
most sane man
I
ever.
think I've seen
He's
worse.
like, yeah, this always happens.
Yeah. I've lived here for that long. Do you not know about this already?
So again, he's got the same look of horror on his face, but he looks. Get your feet, Fred! Get up! What are you doing? Get on your feet! I want my family out of here now! And he kind of drags Frederic to his feet. They seem to totally forget about the two of you, and Sir James just was marching calmly, but strangely quite calm, and just goes marching with kind of clear determination and purpose back out the hallway. You can, as he goes back out into the small parlour, you can hear him shouting orders.
Strange question, given the circumstances. Has anyone seen young Miss Northlake?
Yes, she was in the main parlour when you were giving the explaining what had happened.
She hasn't been sacrificed.
Yeah, she didn't follow us into the corridor.
No, only Sir Northlake and Frederic, the head butler.
What should we do about the portal? Put a drapery over it. Big wardrobe.
Maybe we should leave.
But what if those things get through? Assuming they can climb.
Well, this portal was here yesterday. Admittedly, it's bigger now, but it's been here for over 24 hours and they didn't get out. Oh gosh, maybe they did. I was just realising that about the break. Like, oh no. Maybe we should all leave.
Should we-
Completely.
Board it up or something? I don't...
And it's like at a loss. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. And Mr. Northlake seems very calm. He seems like he's got a plan. I think we should go and follow him and see if we can help and not be near this thing.
Yes.
Adrenaline's come down. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah,
What has
I think so. Miss Radcliffe, I think you can make another sanity roll, not to decide whether you lose any sanity or not, but to see if you manage to keep your composure. Okay, yeah. Maybe in the heat, it's situations like this when the adrenaline's flowing, and it really matters that you come into your own. It's really that side of your personality really excels.
Sheer survival instinct.
Yeah, and you don't falter. So what are you doing, you two?
Following Mr. Northlake, I guess. See if we can help corral people. Yeah, James is trying to stay in Mr. Northlake's good books for his parents' sake. But
Despite it all.
yeah, probably won't be going that well. But he still has hope.
Yeah, I think I'm probably also very concerned about Elizabeth at this point. So knowing she's out in the small parlour, I'm like, let's go that way. Let's see what the plan is and also see if my friend is okay.
Okay. So yeah, as you go through, like I said, the Northlake is he's managing to stay really calm, and he's like handing out the orders quickly, organising the staff. The staff heading upstairs to like begin packing their things. He maybe even overhearing some of what you said. He sort of reorganizes the workmen that were fixing the door to board up that section of the long corridor.
Nice.
But yeah, the servants are kind of rushing about, preparing, packing as much as they can to prepare to leave Northlake Hall. And you probably find Miss Elizabeth Northlake in the main parlour, probably with her aunt. Who was sat there trying to keep her calm. And you go in and Elizabeth maybe it's my fault. I found that. I found it. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's my fault.
So I sort of like brush up to her and try and comfort, be like, it's not your fault. It's okay. It whatever it was, it's no human's fault. That's for certain.
Am I there as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll probably go up to her and be like, "No, don't worry, don't panic. It's not your fault. We've seen evidence that strongly suggests it happens every 100 years, so it was bound to happen sooner or later."
Just try and like,
Ooh,
shush.
what? What did I say?
Not now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so as you say this, Mrs. Coombs or Miss Coombs, she kind of
Turns around.
yeah, she turns around. Not sure what that is. Yeah, it's weird. Okay. He turns to look at James. And says, "What on earth do you mean?"
Well, we read something that seems to suggest that the eldest child of the Northlake family every 100 years dies mysteriously. And I didn't see the plinth, so that's all I've got. I assume it's connected to this weird other world, something about a black altar, potential sacrifice. You know, the usual.
She frowns. You see a troubled look sort of crosses her face for a moment, and you can both make a psychology roll.
Oh no, she's involved. I'm not good at psychology. Oh, I'm not good.
I am.
Oh, okay. So as you say, Calexa, you see this look cross her face, and she looks down at she looks to Elizabeth and kind of squeezes her hand for a moment to stay here with Mr. Bennett and Miss Radcliffe. She looks at you, she looks directly at Miss Radcliffe. "Keep my granddaughter safe, please, Miss Radcliffe." And she, without another word, she gets up. But yeah, as she leaves the room, you are sure she knows, you know, this what James has said has kind of struck a note with her, struck a chord with her.
Was it something I said?
Something.
Did you not see the look on her face? She knows something.
Maybe she read the same book that I found? Put two and two together?
Okay. I'm just like weighing up. Which way did she walk? Did we see which way she went out?
She went out to let's see. She went out of the main parlour. Well, she went out of the main parlour into the hallway. The only door out of the main parlour.
Yeah, couldn't see which way she turned or anything.
You can go to the door if you want. Give us a look roll, and you can maybe you can catch to see where she goes.
Sure, why not?
Don't worry, Miss Northlake, we will keep you safe. I'll give them a what for if they come
Oh,
to
look
the
at that!
door.
I see everything.
You can
Everything
see
ever.
Oh my.
everything. Extra vision. See the entire. You see the entire reality for what it is. Okay, so yeah, you
I have
look
all
at.
the answers.
So looking out
Third
of the
eye
door
open.
into the hallway, you see Miss Coombs or Mrs. Coombs going to the library.
Mm.
Almost not running, but a dignified fast walk, if you like. And all around you, you can hear the bustle and the commotion of like preparations being made to leave Northlake Hall.
I say, has someone gone to fetch that pretty stone that Lord Northlake is so fond of?
Mm.
It wouldn't
Is
have
there?
anything to do with it.
Yeah. Are there other people in the main parlor besides the three
There's
of us?
there's just the three of you.
Mhm. I'm like very anxious to leave Elizabeth alone, but also very, very determined to go and find out what her aunt knows. I think I'll. Okay, Mr. Bennett,
Yes.
do not leave Miss Elizabeth alone. Do not get her into any danger.
Okay.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Please.
So as you say this and you get up to leave, Elizabeth just suddenly animates and she jumps up and she grabs hold of you. She says, "No, Jane, don't leave me, not with the poet."
My reputation precedes me.
I know it'll be okay. It'll be okay. I'll be right back. I promise. I just need to nip to the next room. I promise.
You're in good hands, Miss Northlake.
You're not helping.
Being charming.
Give me a fast talk or a persuade roll, and if you would, Miss Radcliffe. Persuade. If you choose persuade, it will take you longer, of course.
Yeah. No. Close.
Okay. So what are you saying to her?
Just try essentially. Like, everything will be fine. I promise. I'll be right back. Literally 2 seconds. I promise.
Okay. So she reluctantly she lets go of your arm and watches you. Kind of a look of desperation on her face as you leave the room, closing the door behind you, and where are you going?
I'm gonna follow Mrs. Coombs towards the library
Okay.
with
And
one
what are
last
you?
sort of at James the way out.
Okay. And what are you doing, James?
I'm going to take a heavy seat down and just like. So, tell me about your favorite poem. In his mind, he's trying to take her mind off all the craziness, but it's probably not helping.
Give me a reassurance roll.
I don't think James is meant to do that.
I feel like you should have 1 minus die.
Starts crying.
Doesn't need it.
Okay, so she kind of looks at you and says, this look of desperation on her face, and then for a moment, countenance changes briefly. She, Mr. Bennett, there's a book just over there.
A book?
And she points
Where?
over to a table at the far side of the room.
I can't see it. Let me go and take a look.
Okay, so you go over and take a look. As you walk over, you hear the door open and close. And glancing back, you see Elizabeth has gone.
There's no book. Oh, bollocks. Miss Northlake! Chase after her.
Okay, so Mr. or the Reverend, or rather the deceased Reverend, you will notice, if you will, there is been a new character assigned to you.
Oh, yes, I see.
Now it's his turn to kill us.
New character.
Very creepy.
Horror.
I am now the monster.
You can't be
Okay.
Reverend Bennett.
Let me quickly read here.
Okay, so when you've read the information, you can let me know. So Georgiana, what are you doing? So you kind of hold, you're probably in the carriage, holding on tightly onto your sister's hand as the carriage rattles its way down the road and into Tarryford, pulling up at the side outside the Dr. Parsons' house. The servants, maybe a little too roughly, grab your sister's body and carry her into the doctor's house. You can hear the commotion inside even before you follow them in through the door. You can hear the commotion inside. You hear the doctor's oh my god, no, really, could you take them through take her through to the other room, please?
I'd just be overwhelmed. I'd be like annoyed that they were like manhandling her and then be concerned at that reaction. I'm gonna try and flag someone down and say, send a note to my parents, at Esther Gardens Manor.
Okay, well,
The building.
there's probably there's the staff from Northlake Hall that are driving this carriage. So after they've like taken Emma rather inside, they come back out, and they come back out. Would you like us to take you somewhere, Miss Wentworth?
Can I not see my sister?
Well, they open the door and they help you out. They help you out of the carriage, and then climb back on the carriage and drive away.
Okay. I have told them to send a note to parents.
Oh, that's what you wanted to do. So you're going to tell them that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want them to go.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So they so they drive off in the direction of the Astor House.
Okay.
Okay. There it is. Okay. So what are you doing? You going inside?
Yep. Out of concern.
Okay.
Witness whatever I do.
Okay. So so going inside, the Dr. Parsons' wife, who's kind of got this look of disgust, holding this handkerchief to her face, like shouting. Well, not shouting, but kind of quite rudely telling the staff of the house, the servants in the house, to clean up the blood that's like dripped across the floor and smeared along the walls where they've carried Emma's body through. And she's holding them out.
So they're just flicking her around.
Just walking through like.
She said, "Oh, Miss Wentworth, your sister's my husband's taking your sister through to the surgery. Oh, excuse me, it's disgusting." And she kind of she walks off.
I'll scoff at her. She goes past. She's injured.
What are you doing?
I'm guessing I can't go into surgery.
Well, it's up to you.
I'll wait outside, but if there's a window or anything, I'll like peep in.
No, there's no window. Just
Okay.
just looks like the door to a normal room.
Okay, I'll pace outside.
Okay.
Is she conscious? Because she did have 1 HP.
No, she wasn't conscious. No, she'll not be conscious
Oh.
for a while.
Okay. I'll just pace around then.
Okay. Right.
Surgery check.
Right. So you wait while Dr. Parsons does his job. He's an excellent doctor.
Mhm.
You'll just
With
staple
such
you
good
back
hands.
together.
Sellotape.
That's almost.
He's a
That's
mediocre
good.
doctor.
It's alright. It'll be visible scars, but you'll be fine.
Passed his exams. It's close enough.
I
Oh,
feel
it's
like she'd
medical
like a
exam.
badass scar, honestly.
She would.
Okay, so I would say that Dr. Parsons is in the surgery for a good hour or more till he finally emerges. His sleeves rolled up, sweat rolling down his brow, and he's like he's covered in his blood smeared on his clothes, on his hands, maybe wiped inadvertently across his forehead. He sees you sat or pacing back and forwards. He sighs, says, Miss Wentworth, your sister is alive.
I see her.
You can see her, but she's not conscious.
What do you mean?
She suffered a severe trauma, lost a lot of blood. The injuries were quite severe. I must ask, what happened?
There
You don't
was
want to know.
a beast attack. She was attacked by a creature.
Beast? But I'd heard rumours that some sheep on the Bennett's land had been attacked by a wolf or something.
We were at Northlake Ball and it had escaped and attacked her. I'm just gonna bullshit.
But I should have your parents been informed?
I've sent word, but they haven't arrived yet. I don't think. Have they arrived?
No, they haven't yet.
Okay.
Well, if you wish to see your sister, she's
I'm gonna not push him, but push past him into the room.
Okay. So yeah, your sister is lying on a bed. She's like just completely, just like deathly pale, just white as a sheet. And the the remains of her clothes are kind of in a bloody bundle on one side. There's a sheet pulled up tightly, tight around her neck, tucked in, and you can see as it's like pulled tight, hands crossed over her chest. But even so, you can see there are spots of blood on this bed sheet.
I'm just gonna go over and stroke her hair and be nice and talk about her wedding.
Oh.
It'll be okay.
And so, with a successful medicine roll, I'll let you roll a D3 if you want, Sophie. See how many more hit points Emma gets back.
D3. Oh gosh. What's the command again?
You can either so it's /R space and then 1D3.
Ah. That's fair. That's fine.
Okay.
That was a lot of blood.
Yeah, a lot of blood. So Captain Stone, you are walking up the long driveway to Northlake Hall. with your intention to call upon Miss Elizabeth Northlake, when a carriage comes tearing down the driveway at speed, almost running you down, causing you to jump to one side. As it tears past, inside you catch a brief glimpse of the face of a face you recognise of Georgiana Wentworth.
I'm just looking like in curiosity and confusing, and then look towards the manor, towards the hall, and go forward towards the hall.
Yeah, so you make your way towards Wentworth Hall. You can hear the sound of it's a hive of activity inside as you walk up the steps and in through the main doors.
Do I see like the blood trail after bedrooms?
Give us a spot hidden roll.
Okay. This is like NPC sheets. I need to adjust my use for this spot hidden. There it is. 41.
Oh. I mean, you could spend one look, of whether it's worth it or not, even for one
No,
look.
it's not worth it. No,
No.
no. So yeah, I'm looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Go
I look
ahead.
around the commotion, and I look to this closest servant person, maybe a servant person, and say, "Hey, what's happened around here?"
So the servant stops for a moment, composes himself, stands up straight. Good afternoon, Captain Stone. Mr. Northlake has expressed his wishes to move the family temporarily to one of the other properties.
Well, this is a very sudden movement, though, isn't it?
I'm afraid I can't answer any more than that, sir. I'm begging your pardon.
Where is Sir Northlake, if I may ask?
I think he's in the ballroom, sir. If you'll excuse me, though, I need to attend to the duties that have been assigned to me, sir.
Yeah, let her go, and I go towards the ballroom. Just
I
trying to
beg
find
your forgiveness, but there is a time of the utmost urgency, I am told.
At ease, you can go.
Nods and hurries off. And there are a couple. You hear the sound of a couple of carriages that are being drawn round the front of the house.
Okay.
Servants start coming out, loading things, like carrying travel chests, suitcases, but trunks and things from the house, loading them up onto the carriages.
Okay. So I see that, and he was in the ballroom, and she said.
Yeah, so walking in through up onto the portico and in through the main doors into the main hall. There's like I said, there's lots of kind of servants going back and forth, and you can see other members of the Northlake household. Through the doors into the ballroom, you can see Sir Northlake with the stood at the far end of the ballroom, like the huge like full length windows that overlook the grounds and the lake in the distance.
Like I go towards him and says, "Sir Northlake."
Turns, and as he turns, you can instantly see this look of concern on his face. Captain Stone, how can I be of help? I'm afraid you find us at a difficult time, sir.
For me, it seems like it's like a hasty retreat from the front line. What's going on here?
That would be an excellent assumption of the situation, sir. Someone in the household, or friends of the household, were grievously wounded in an assault from beasts outside of. Might be a little hard to explain, so just take my word for it. When there are wild beasts attempting to gain entry to this house,
I just look at him very confused and worried. What sort of beast are we talking about?
Something not unlike the wild apes in the continent. But
It's like, look.
far more vicious, far more dangerous. Attempting to coordinate our the removal of my family from Northlake Hall until this situation can be resolved.
Are the beasts right here, right now?
Perhaps, sir. If your commitment to my family is as you say it is, perhaps you would do me the honour of protecting, of standing guard and ensuring these things do not come forth from point of origin.
Point of origin, sir?
Perhaps this is easier if I show you rather than trying to explain. Perhaps
So
I believe myself.
Alright, so Northlake.
So
Show me where it is.
So he walks over and leads you from the ballroom, main hall, and through into the long corridor where servants are just finishing hammering, like securing a number of wooden planks across point, like part of the corridor where there's like light. You can see flickering light shining between the planks, and he takes down the corridor and shows you. It's a little hard to understand. I believe even with my own eyes, but just points.
I go towards the planks and take a closer look through the cracks of the planks.
Okay, so peering through the gaps, you see these vertical slats, almost like vertical Venetian blinds, and through it you can see through into this impossible landscape. And you can make a sanity roll.
Yep. Let's see.
Oh dear.
Hey.
Oh, there.
Yeah, his sanity's not good since he's been in the war.
Yep.
So you lose 1d4 points of sanity. And I guess we'll
1d4.
leave you there as you try and recover from that.
Two. Not too
Okay. So what was Georgiana doing?
Pacing, and then going in, fawning over her sister, waiting
Okay.
for her to wake up. Maybe.
Was that I suppose, yeah. I suppose that's all she's going to be doing at the moment, isn't it? Really? Okay, fair enough.
Waiting for her parents to arrive as well.
Yeah. In which case, I guess we shall return to Miss Radcliffe. So you saw Mrs. Coombs disappear into the library.
So I'm going to follow her.
Okay. So heading down the hallway and going into the library, you find, looking around you, you see Mrs. Coombs frantically searching through the books on one of the upper shelves. She's kind of like balancing precariously on that, on one of those ladders on the wheels, and she's going through to the point that she's pulling books out, looking at them, and just throwing and tossing them to one side.
So dodging books as they fall.
Yeah.
Try and call up to her. Like, ma'am, excuse me, forgive me, ma'am. I feel that maybe I could help. It seems you know something about this situation.
So she stops and she looks at us. Yes, of course. It was stupid of me to try and... Yeah, your help will be much appreciated, Miss Radcliffe. There is a journal, an old journal left by my father's brother, Alistair Northlake. Perhaps. And she pauses for a moment, and then she climbs back down the ladder. You may or may not know, Miss Radcliffe. As much as I love my family, there are things in our family's history that I would prefer to forget, and that they would stay buried. It seems the events that we find ourselves entangled in may require those to be brought to light.
So I fear I may know what you're alluding to, at least to some extent. I must admit it's all still a bit of a mystery myself. I sort of start to try and catch her up a little bit. We found a note in the back of the family Bible regarding a black altar. Do you know anything about that?
Kind of sighs, and she left. There's just a sadness comes over her face, and she sits down for a moment. She says, "Great Uncle Felix, he always said his brother was never the same after his first son died, and completely inconsolable after his wife died, giving birth to my father. It seems I'm aware of the inscription in the back of the family Bible. It seems almost like the sort of thing a madman might write. But I was never really sure what it meant. I do know one thing. Many years ago, I came across an old journal written by my great uncle's brother, Alistair Northlake. And the handwriting is the same. The journal is, if you think the inscription in the back of the Bible to be strange, the entries in this journal are far more stranger. The words of a madman, just complete nonsense, and no one seems to be really aware of it, other than myself and my great uncle Felix, who is long past. But perhaps there is something that might make sense now, that the unthinkable, that seems real.
I fear that perhaps he wasn't as mad as we would have liked to have thought. Is the journal still here somewhere?
It should be. It should be here. It's so long. I haven't laid eyes upon it for decades. And I was away from Northlake Hall before my husband died. It must be here somewhere. And she gives you a vague description of what she remembers that it looked like. So yeah, you can help a look if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, Mr. Bennett, what are you doing? Within just a few moments, Miss Elizabeth Northlake has evaded your protective custody.
Well, he was told to not let her out of his sight, so he's gonna go searching and hope that he can find her before anyone finds out.
Okay. Okay. So, so where are you going?
Based on the little that he knows about her, he's probably gonna head to either the long corridor or the servants' corridor next to it, assuming that she's sort of going to places that she spends a lot of time in.
Okay.
He'll probably walk past and then like look in, and if she's not there, immediately move on.
Okay. So, so maybe heading from the main parlor across the entrance hall into the small parlor, and then into the long corridor. You immediately run into Sir Northlake, accompanied by a rather pale, shocked-looking Captain Stone, who is just recovering from the shock of peering through into this other place.
Oh, sorry, excuse me. Just having a look around. He doesn't want to mention the fact that Elizabeth's missing.
Okay. So Northlake turns to Captain Stone and says, If I could rely upon you, sir, to protect my household while we make preparations, I fear we will not be ready to leave until the morning.
I see, Sir Northlake. But still, I don't know what all these beasts are. I don't know what they can do, whatever. You said they were like big apes.
Nods. That is as best a description as I can give. Perhaps Mr. Bennett can be of more assistance. He has first-hand knowledge of these things, and he kind of points and you look towards Mr. Bennett, who his clothes are just soaked. Maybe it's drying now, but yeah, his clothes are red with blood.
I just look at his clothes like, so you fought him?
Yes, bravely, valiantly. Quite powerful creatures, very odd looking, muscular, hairy, no head, but a face in the chest. Imagine if I looked like this. That's what it looks like. But,
I'm just looking
but
at you
bigger.
with like a stony
long
face,
claws.
with like a stiff expression at you, and like, aha, I see. I just whispered to Sir Northlake, you sure these beasts are real?
I haven't seen them myself, but I've seen evidence of what they can do.
They killed my sheep. They injured the young Miss Wentworth. She had quite a lot of well, as you can see from my clothes, blood. I don't know what happened to her. I must have been looking the other way, but yes, she was very, very injured. And Reverend Jennings, and then his face just sort of falls, and he realizes that he never saw Reverend Jennings come out the portal, and he just...
What is it?
Reverend Jennings. Sir Northlake, did you perhaps see the Reverend? Perhaps he was taken to hospital with the young Lady Wentworth.
He kind of like looks at you and then shakes his head.
I was getting help for the young lady. Wait.
If you'll excuse me, gentlemen, I should oversee the removal of our belongings.
Very well, sir, Northlake. I shall
He
make some security
bows.
perimeters.
He bows briefly to Captain Stone and then walks past Mr. Bennett, kind of pauses briefly and looks at you and places a hand on your shoulder, which is kind of like totally out of character. Almost a smile, and then he walks out of the long corridor, closing the door behind him.
James is just like, he didn't come back, did he?
Who are you talking about? Who hasn't come back?
Reverend Jennings, sort of slightly curly hair, glasses, runs the church in Upper Tarryford. He fell in, but he tried to fight those creatures. You see, I don't recall him coming back through. I can only assume that whatever those things are probably carted him off to finish the job. Oh God, what am I going to tell my parents? He just sort of sinks to the floor and he's like, what are we going to do?
I'm like slapping his shoulder. Get together, man. Stand up.
Oh, yes, you're right. I have a job to do.
A man is dead, you say, perhaps, then.
I fear that is the case, yes.
I look towards the planks. How well is it made so far, the barricade of the portal?
Sorry?
How well is the blockade of the portal
I mean,
made,
it's as good as it can be. There's there's plank. I mean, there are gaps where you can see where you've been able to see through, but there are like planks from pretty much from floor to ceiling cut across this opening. I mean, you have no idea if this is sufficient because you don't know.
Yeah, no idea.
It's just hearsay.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole situation is just would be unbelievable if you hadn't seen
what's beyond the portal.
Yeah.
So I looked over as Bennett. Mr. Bennett, have you held a musket before?
No.
Well, if your family has any guns, get them. We will stay guard.
No. Yes. Yes, of course. Perhaps I could fetch some people to help, or would that complicate things?
The more men, the better.
Okay, understandable. I just have a more thing I need to do first. If you'll excuse me, I've got something to find.
Can I do a psychology check to see what he's saying?
Yeah, okay, yeah, why not?
Nope. Oh, maybe. Nope.
Oh.
I'm not gonna spend luck.
No. Okay.
No. I don't have luck either. I see my character has no luck.
Oh, right, yeah. So you can roll your luck. You can. Well, let's have a look. Actually, what's your?
Because I currently have the NPC sheet at the moment.
Yes, I'm afraid you'll have to stick
Roll
with
your
the
luck with your
NPC.
character's tiny arms.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not got a look on it because I. So if you roll 3d6 and times it by 5.
3d6 times by 5. Okay.
And you can take the highest between what you roll and the power. So it's exactly the same. We got 40 luck.
Okay. Let's see. Times what you said?
Times 5.
Times 5. Yeah, so it's 40, yeah.
Yeah. You just have to keep track of that on a piece of paper for me.
Yeah, I will have a piece of paper. Yes.
Good, okay. Yeah, so Mr. Bennett, what are you doing?
Back out the way I came. Gonna go with Old Faithful and do a circuit of the manor and trying to find Elizabeth.
Back to looking
Okay.
in bushes. Like,
It was so well last time.
And what about you, Captain Stone?
Well, I'm looking at the corridor, but I'm probably going to try to maybe talk around, maybe get some volunteers to stay guard with me, maybe
Okay.
from the house, household, if there's any.
Okay. So, we'll leave you doing that for a moment. So, Miss Radcliffe, if you could make a library use roll.
I can.
Or you can do it with a bonus dice, because of course, Mrs. Coombs is helping.
Never mind.
Yeah, wow. Okay. Right. So, so you do find something, but it will take you some longer. It's a longer amount of time. So Captain Stone wandered around the house. Everybody that you come across apologizes and tells you that they're acting on instructions from the Northlake and are unable to assist you. So if you wish to recruit anybody, you would have to approach Mr. Northlake and petition him to release some of his staff to assist you.
Yeah, I'll go and ask him for some personnel to help me to do security.
Okay, so you can make if you would make an etiquette roll, and compare that roll to etiquette, but also your persuade roll. You can have it. You can do it with a bonus dice of considering the situation.
Okay. Let's see.
So
doesn't really help for the persuade either.
So as much as you try and explain the situation, he regretfully declines, saying that if he was to allocate any of his staff to assist you in the defense of the house, it would only slow the process of evacuating his family. And he puts his trust in you, and he fully trusts you in your ability to protect him and his family.
I give him a head bow and says, "Of course, Sir Northlake. I shall make sure your family doesn't get to harm."
Okay. Is there anything you want to do?
I was originally coming here to see Miss Elizabeth, so since there's been trouble here, I will see if she's all right.
Okay. Righty, give us if Mr. Bennett and Captain Stone could give us a luck roll.
Let's see, I had to roll a D100. Let's see. So 7, I succeed on my luck. Yes.
Okay. So the pair of you, independently, the pair of you are searching out either around Northlake Hall, outside, inside, and you finally find Elizabeth, not far from where you first were, Mr. Bennett. She's hiding by outside the door to the library, listening at the door.
Does it look like she's sort of like crouching and listening?
Yeah,
Like she's trying to be
yeah,
sneaky? Okay.
Yes, yeah, exactly that.
Elizabeth. It's Northlake.
So at probably around the same time, the Captain Stone, you both come together. You both find her, like I say, crouched, hiding, listening at the door, and she kind of looks over, like sighs and "What, Mr. Bennett?"
I was told to keep an eye on you to keep you safe. Not for you to ditch me with stories of a fake book on a table. What are you listening for, anyway?
Miss Radcliffe. Miss Radcliffe and my aunt. Great aunt. They're talking about something about something to do with what's happening. And she kind of, as you approach, probably Captain Stone walking up behind you, something about Miss Radcliffe.
I looked at them as in like maybe crashed down by the door and like, what are you two doing?
Listening, apparently.
I just like play along and I go down, listening for what?
Apparently there's a conversation happening in there between...
What would I call the great aunt? Like Madam Northlake?
She's Mrs. Coombs.
Oh, Mrs. Coombs, that's it.
But between Mrs. Coombs and young Miss Radcliffe, apparently they're talking about the whole wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, portally thing. Why do you think Miss Radcliffe is strange? She doesn't seem that strange to me.
It was a conversation. Just I don't know. Just something about the way she spoke for a moment.
Hey?
It was like somebody else speaking.
Wasn't like a Jekyll and Hyde sort of thing, was it?
Oh no! You misunderstand me, sir. It's probably nothing. Probably nothing.
Right.
Yeah, Miss Radcliffe said she had just picked up bad habits from the house servants back in Dorset.
Oh. She said a naughty swear word. Is that it?
No, sir. It was.
Oh.
It was just a slight slip with her accent. It was.
Oh.
She sounded like a servant girl for a moment.
That can't possibly be true. I mean, she wouldn't have been invited here if that was... Oh, you're so funny.
Of course.
Anyway, no matter about that. Are you done eavesdropping? We need to get back to the parlour before they come back, otherwise they'll have my guts for garters.
Okay, so so at that, suddenly the door opens, and there is Mrs. Coombs staring down at the three of you, scowl on her face. What?
Three
on
heads
earth?
stacked on top of each other.
What on earth do you think you were doing?
Hello, Mrs. Coombs. Lovely day, isn't it? Fine weather inside.
You might as well come in. We're having no luck. You might as well help us.
Help with what?
We're looking at myself and Miss Radcliffe are trying to find an old journal left by my great uncle's brother.
Is he?
Alistair Northlake.
Right.
Alistair Northlake.
I
You were
believe,
looking for
Mr. Bennett, you were privy to the discovery of this transcript he left in the back of the family Bible.
Yes.
You aren't aware, I believe it was written by my great uncle's brother, Alistair Northlake.
I see. Interesting.
And if you are
Does he
doing
want
nothing
to
other
find
than eavesdropping, then perhaps your time would be better spent in assisting us.
I was clearly looking after Miss Northlake, doing a top job.
Sort of looking at both of them, and I'm like, you know what? That was my fault. That was my fault. I shouldn't have trusted it.
Thank you.
See, Elizabeth kind of like blushes a little bit and smiles at Miss Radcliffe and kind of walk and almost boldly walks in. So what are we doing, Jane?
Sort of suspiciously, sort of. How, when we left her when she was in the library, not the library, before we came to the library, how was she? Was she shaken by everything, or did she seem pretty fine? Like, is this quite a big change?
She was clearly shaken, confused by what was going on. She's not been obviously not been privy to everything, but at the same time, perhaps her inquisitiveness and her she's perhaps that inquisitiveness and that excitement is kind of overriding concerns.
Okay, it's not too weird that she's not bothered.
Like I say, she knows that somebody was hurt. She doesn't know exactly what happened. At most, she probably thinks there it's something to do with an intruder and the family's being moved. But yeah, she's totally oblivious to. She feels it's somehow her fault because it's all to do with the corridor. But yeah, she doesn't know the exact details. And like I say, her inquisitiveness and has perhaps overcome that somewhat for now, at least. And you can see that like spark of excitement in her eyes.
And sort of look at her and sort of have a moment of, you know what? Let's find this journal, and I think that it will help me explain a lot. Bet you can't find it first?
Okay, so yeah, so she's like she nods and she sets about searching through the books, speaking to her auntie, to her great auntie, as to what she should be looking for, and so if you want, you can you can make library use rolls again if you wish. So one of you can make the roll, and you can take 2 bonus dice for the assistance of everybody else in the room.
I have a score of 50.
So I feel like yours will probably be quite high. It's higher than mine.
I have no library use.
So your library use will be the basic, which I believe is 20.
20, okay.
He's never been in a library before. He's a soldier, he's not a reader.
He couldn't reach
Exactly.
shells with his tiny arms.
His tiny arms alone.
Yeah, library basic is 20%.
Okay.
So you can have 2 bonus dice. And I will let you, because you've got some extra assistance as well, Elizabeth, Jane, you can roll another d10 to stimulate an extra bonus dice as well on your previous check.
Okie dokie.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Snap.
Oh, 2 8s.
Yeah, so Jane's is not so helpful. But yeah, so Mr. Bennett,
3.
almost immediately, within half an hour, you you just find it. It's kind of it's in maybe the placement, the thinking, the thought process of the person and the Northlakes, what we know about the Northlakes. Maybe that leads you to look in places where the others haven't thought to look as yet. And yeah, you find this quite slim leather bound journal. Very few of most of the pages are blank. Maybe only a dozen or more are written in this kind of crabbed, really crabbed handwriting. It's hard to read. It has like a manic sort of style to it. But despite that, you can see you can see the probably putting it side by side by the family Bible, which is in the same room. You can see the handwriting matches that in the back of the family Bible.
Mrs. Coombs, I believe you were correct. The handwriting is very, very similar, if not exactly the same. I'm just gonna hand over the book to her.
She kind of holds up her hands. I'm afraid my eyesight has failed me somewhat in my later years. Perhaps you, Mr. Bennett, mayhap your intellectual mind would be able to pick up more than I possibly could anyway. It never made any sense to me when I came across it as a younger woman.
I'll give it my best shot. Just start looking through the pages.
Okay, so it doesn't take a long to read. It's hard to read. Not a lot of it, but it's hard to read. So the fact that the handwriting makes it is a thing that takes the time. And it maybe takes about an hour to read through it. And this journal claims, from what you can make sense. In fact, you can give us an English language roll.
I'm very good at that. Hooray! I didn't fuck up.
So this journal, written by Alistair Northlake, claims it's rambling. It's hard to make sense of it in places. It seems to jump back and forth to the point that you have to you read it and then you have to go back, you back and forth, physically back and forth through it to try and make sense of it, and try and piece together when it seems to make there seems to be gaps in the conversation. But from what you can make sense of, the journal claims that the Northlake family came from the trade of gemstones, which you already knew. But not only that, from what you can tell, Alistair Northlake claims that the gemstones that the Northlake family traded in came from the discovery of this gateway. It talks about a desolate landscape littered with a fortune in precious stones. But with the fortune and the discovery of this place, they drew the attention of this monstrous race of, who just describes as cannibalistic horrors. And from then on, the journal is just full of these rambling references to the great problem to which I must find a solution so that following generations will not suffer the same fate and torment as I and my forebears. And you can make, you or anybody else looking over this text can make an idea roll. If anybody else wants to look at the text, you'll have to make a read English roll, or English language roll.
Idea is education?
It is intelligence, sorry, yeah.
Intelligence.
Yeah, I will roll as well. Let's see.
You have to make a English language first. Oh wow.
English language first. Let's see.
I know everything.
Oh.
Is
No.
that 20 as well?
Jane
English
does not.
language?
English language is the same as your education, I believe.
Education. Yeah, so it's 50, all right. Let's see. So I use all education roll then. For my language.
I believe so. So.
Nope.
Oh no!
No. Okay.
Was it a fumble to throw another book?
I spent a luck to make that a fumble.
Captain Johnstone opens fire on the book.
He's a musket.
It's coming right on us. So, Mr. Bennett, you can make a sanity roll at the revelation, or that what you seem to deduce from from this journal. Okay, so you lose 1 point of sanity anyway, and you all see the colour drain from Mr. Bennett's face.
Oh god, it's all real.
You found something?
I found everything. I found the explanation. I mean, it kind of doesn't make sense still, because it's a bit like, but
So,
what we saw through that thing, it's all here. It's happened before.
so this, I'm going to send this as a whisper, and you can pass this on and see if it.
That's interesting.
Were we right? Was it werewolves?
Miss Radcliffe, if you wouldn't mind, perhaps taking young Miss Northlake just to the side, perhaps to share with her our findings.
So, Mrs. Coombs kind of looks at you, and seems to pick up on some. I'll take Emily. I'll take God names. I'll take Jane. She. Come along. They're saying you need to pack. You need to pack your things.
Elizabeth?
I'm sure you've not done Elizabeth. Yes, not Jane. She's kidnapping Jane.
Jane. Oh my god.
She's a senile. She's taken the wrong.
Yeah, she's senile. She's gone senile. She's old.
Grabs Mr.
As
Bennet.
am
Come
I.
here, Jane.
But yeah.
Come along, Elizabeth.
But yeah, so she leads Elizabeth away, saying on the pretense of packing things for the move.
I watch as they leave, and as soon as the
So as they're leaving as well, you're just reading through the last of these entries in the journal, and the last. You can make a psychology roll as you're reading these last few bits as well.
Okay. I'm not so good at that one.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Spend the luck.
Wanna
Spend
do it?
the luck.
Do I do it?
Do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so unlucky right now.
Okay. So it becomes apparent that Alistair Northlake, towards the end of his life, was racked with guilt over his actions, and became increasingly unstable by the diary's penultimate entry, dated only a few days before his death, which reads, "I pray this incantation may save those born of my son's sons. I can do no more. May God forgive me."
Mm.
And there is one more entry which seems to allude to what he's speaking to, the discovery of a book in the library of Mortview House that talks about an incantation to close a doorway.
The wibbly wobbly timey wimey portal thing. Yes. See, I knew we'd have to break and enter at some point.
You're
but
silently
yes.
reading this thing.
But yeah, so it, like I said, with this psychology role, it's clear that Alistair Northlake is driven to suicide over the guilt of murdering his own son.
Okay. Now that Miss Northlake has departed the room, slight problem.
What's the problem? You spit it out, Mr. Bennet.
Well, just from my very short research, how do I say this? The monsters and the terrible, horrible things. The only way to stop it is to kill the firstborn of the Northlake family at the time.
That's why there've been 4 separate sacrificial murders of Northlake children. But as you can see on the final page, there's apparently some sort of incantation, witchcraft, and all of that to be an alternate to that. And that lovely little house that was left abandoned for so long. It's probably not now, though, now that the grandson? Cousin? I forget. Now that he's back.
So the house is still empty.
Apparently that's where we'll find this incantation.
So you want us to break and enter?
Yes, ideally, yes.
And the alternative is...
Is
Yeah, okay, let's go. Right now, let's go.
Yeah. So the alternative is to sacrifice Elizabeth Northlake on the black altar.
I think Jane's just going to be... Yeah, look, right now, let's go and just turn and walk out.